Hi guys, today we're talking about metabolism, and specifically we're going to address why or how metabolism can affect challenges around weight. So either weight gain or we're just having a harder time losing some weight. Often metabolism turns into a scapegoat. We want to blame it, right? It's the metabolism slowed down. That's why we're having all of these challenges. And that's not always the case. So I want to dive into a little more today what metabolism is and then some of the factors that can actually affect it. Also, things that you can do to speed it back up. So let's start with a definition, as we often do. Metabolism is the process by which your body takes food and turns it into energy. This is the energy that we're using for every single thing we do, all the way down to the cellular level to completing a workout. So the energy I'm using to talk and breathe right now, all the way to lifting a barbell or going for a run. Metabolism is providing the energy for that. Metabolism is also adaptable. It's going to respond to how much food you're eating and how active you are, because it's going to recognize it needs to provide enough energy to complete the tasks and to turn all that food into energy that can be used. So you heard the two biggest factors right there. Quantity of food, quantity of activity. Those are the two things that will influence your metabolism the most. Now, for sure, as we age, metabolism will slow down, but that's usually not enough to lead to weight gain, or it's not the metabolism all on its own that's going to lead to those challenges with weight. Because also what tends to happen as we age is we become less active. I mean, think about your life now compared to your life 10, 20, 30 years ago. Are you more active or less active now? So that can be a huge factor, and that's little things. We're not talking about going to the gym 3 or 4 times a week. We're talking about what are you doing for your hobbies in your off time? What's your job look like now? Do you sit down all day? What did your job look like when you were 20 years old? I bet you didn't sit behind a desk, right? That all counts as activity, and that tends to diminish as we get older. So activity is a big piece of this. One, because as I just demonstrated, activity burns calories. The other thing activity does, specifically exercise, is it builds lean muscle. Now, muscle is an expensive tissue. It takes a ton of energy just to maintain the muscle we have, let alone build more muscle. So just having more muscle mass means that just sitting around, you're burning more calories than someone who has less muscle mass. We want that, right? That's free calorie burning. And then the other side of it is the quantity of food. And that can go both directions. So if we're under eating, our metabolism is going to slow down. Our body's going to recognize that we don't need to turn as much of that food into energy. Therefore, metabolism slows down. So we're burning less calories just sitting around. Now, if that were to become chronic, or we do a pretty extreme caloric restriction, then your body is going to be searching for more energy elsewhere. The place it's going to go is your muscles. It's going to start to break down your muscles and use them for energy. So now not only do we slow our metabolism down, but then we took these things that are fantastic at burning calories, and now we have less of them because they're breaking down. So this is why taking some of the blame away from metabolism, I think, is really important. And one of the big traps with blaming metabolism is we start to feel powerless, that this is a change happening to us and there's nothing we can do about it. That is false. We can control, to some extent, our metabolism by making sure that we're staying active and we're eating an appropriate amount. Even if we go the other end and we eat too much, well, that's obvious, right? If we eat more than we're burning, you're going to have some weight gain as well. So rather than getting frustrated by thinking that our metabolism is just changing and there's nothing we're going to be able to do about it, this is just how life will be from now on, we can take some of that responsibility and take a look at our activity level, take a look at our diets, and we can directly influence how fast that metabolism is working. So I hope this provides some more information for you and hopefully demystifies that a little bit. But just like everything else we always talk about, it's taking it back to the fundamentals. Can we do nutrition and activity really well? Then worry about the other stuff. But until we've done those things really well, it's not worth your while to spend time and energy getting frustrated with anything else.